Hi, it's Marieta. Thanks for tuning in. In this video, I want to give you an update from the US embassies around the world. What do you need to know? And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure to subscribe so you receive my weekly, sometimes daily updates. And let's talk about the US Embassy reopening updates, because many of you are emailing me, you have still questions, obviously. Many of you are still impacted by the geographic travel bans, right? Especially if you are from EU, if you are from Brazil, South Africa, China, Iran. These are the countries that are still being impacted by those travel bans, like geographic COVID-19 travel bans. Now, recently I made a video where I did talk about the exception, national interest exception, specifically for those who are from these countries who are being impacted by the travel ban. And if you are in the category of immigrant visa as well as K visa, K1 visa, you should be able to schedule your appointment. However, the reality is a little bit different, because I'm hearing different news. I check actually I'm checking the US Embassy websites on a regular basis, and for example, in London, they are resuming only a limited immigrant visa services. So even though this exception is in place, they are not resuming all immigrant visa services. When it comes to non-immigrant visa services, in England, they are not resuming non-immigrant visa services as of now because of that geographic travel ban. For example, in Frankfurt, in Germany, they are resuming immigrant visa services. So that's good news. However, as well as K1 visa services, when it comes to non-immigrant visa services, they are not resuming yet because of that geographic travel ban, unless you qualify for exemption. And if you want to see if you are eligible to apply for national interest exception, and if you are not in that immigrant visa category or K1 visa category, obviously there are still exceptions. In general, you need to show that either it's emergency, humanitarian reason, medical reason, or you are actually working in a critical sector. And so if you are able to establish by evidence one of these, then you can actually apply for emergency appointment and obviously exception and apply for your visa. Now, if you are, for example, from countries that are not being impacted by travel ban, I did check the embassy in Manila. Even though this country is not being impacted by the travel ban, even though they were supposed to resume visa services, again, it really depends on particular country, depending on the situation, pandemic situation in that country, because in general, none of the US consulates are resuming at pre-pandemic levels yet. And so, for example, in Manila, only certain immigrant visa services are offered. So not all immigrant visa services are scheduled as of now. What I do in Manila, as far as I know, if you are in administrative processing 221G, you now can actually resume the processing and schedule your visa appointment. If you are in a category of family petition and your kids are aging out, you are able to schedule your appointment. However, in general, the general immigrant visas, all general immigrant visas are not able to yet resume. However, on the other hand, in Manila, for example, they are resuming non-immigrant visa services such as L visa, H1, H1, H2. So if you are in those categories, for example, you can apply for your visa appointment. So guys, the thing is, you have to read the instructions. Every embassy is a little bit different. It depends whether you're still being impacted by the travel ban or not. And if you are still being impacted by the travel ban, keep in mind that the exception was introduced. So if you're in an immigrant visa category, you should be able to schedule your appointment. For example, the US Embassy in Brazil. I was checking their website, and they say that they are only resuming certain immigrant visa services. So not all immigrant visa services are being resumed in your country, if that's you. So again, this is not necessarily something you want to hear, but obviously there are giant backlogs. I believe 2.3 million people are waiting for their visas, and due to this giant backlog that was created in the past couple of months, now this is the situation. So If you need help with expediting your case, if you are someone who is in a situation that this is a true emergency, if your petition is at NVC right now and you want to expedite, I recommend you reach out. You can also book a consultation with me. Link is below in description. I made a video where I did talk about 6 ways to expedite your case. That video will be linked for you here. And if you have comments, any questions, you can leave them below. And if you're new here, welcome. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for my upcoming videos. Have a great day. Bye bye.